Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 3 of the Ballz Deep podcast. I'm Ryan.
This is Chris.
And welcome. So, Chris, I want to start off by thanking the audience, the members that view our podcast. Thank you so much for coming back and listening to us for a second week in a row. We want to let you know to like, comment, and subscribe wherever you listen to us on. Thank you so much. Please get our word out there if you feel willing to. Share us wherever you can.
Big note, getting a lot of good feedback from everybody. And we've been getting really good feedback for our producer, Dave. Everyone's been saying that he has been doing very well with the intros, outros. We want to give him a big shout out. It's not me and Ryan doing this. It's all Dave. Without Dave, none of this magic happens.
Yeah, let's go, Dave. Let's go, Dave.
All right.
All right.
All right, Ryan. We always said we're going to start with other sports. We're going to get into it. We're going to switch it up today. NFL is going to come up last. Starting off with UFC, 2 big fights. Ryan, can I get your recap?
Sure. So, we had 2 pretty major fights in the UFC last Saturday. We had Dominic Reyes and Jan Blachowicz. I got his name this time, everybody. Blachowicz.
Great job. You can't say Luka Doncic.
The Polish Power, right? So, we had a knockout in this one, folks. Jan Blachowicz knocked out Dominic Reyes in round 2 with 4 minutes and 36 seconds to go. And when I tell you Polish Power, I mean Polish Power. This man swings his arms like none other, like he's a gorilla fighting off an intruder on his babies. So we had total strikes for Reyes was 51. Total strikes for Blachowicz was 89. Significant strikes, Reyes 21, Blachowicz 41. You can see it's a clear tilt. Blachowicz came in there and was ready to stand and bang. Reyes thought that he could be more of the I'm going to pick my shots type and then, get you like that. Blachowicz proved that whatever you throw at him, he's going to eat and he's going to give it to you 10 times worse. He absolutely stunned Dominic Reyes with a beautiful punch. Knocked him to the canvas, got on top of him, and started hammer fisting him until the ref stepped in, called it. Reyes was he was the number 1 contender, but Blachowicz was just too much. That power in his right hand is just too much. He cocked it back, hit Reyes with a great shot. So now Blachowicz is the new light heavyweight world champion since John Jones retired. Well, not retired. He's moving to heavyweight, so he vacated the belt. After the fight, Blachowicz went up to the camera and called out John Jones, saying, "Where are you?" He wants to fight John Jones, which might be a dumb thing to do.
That's stupid. I don't know anything about UFC.
Sure.
But I know who John Jones is.
You know who John Jones is. It's a household name. But I think Blachowicz might actually give Jones a run for his money if that fight ever were to occur. Moving on, we had the main event of the evening, Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa. Now, in the previous episode, Chris thought that I would be going for Paulo Costa.
I thought you were going to go Costa. You were hyping him up.
I was hyping him up. It should have been a very hype fight. It was a very hype fight. But in the end, Israel Adesanya, the one who I backed, won by knocking out Paulo Costa in round 2 with 3 minutes and 59 seconds to go. We had a total strike count of 84 for Adesanya and a miserable 26 for Costa. Significant strikes, you had 55 for Adesanya with, again, a miserable 12 for Paulo Costa.
It was a straight beatdown.
It was a straight, I'm going to pick you apart. You're going to walk at me. And watching this fight, the leg kicks. The leg kicks are what did it for Adesanya. You look after round 1 at Paulo Costa's left leg, It was red. It was bruised. It was battered. The man couldn't put any weight on it, but yet he still wanted to taunt Adesanya constantly of, yeah, that doesn't hurt, that doesn't hurt. It clearly hurts. It's leaving a mark. I don't care how tough you are. Fighters have that instinct. Adrenaline? Well, there was none in this fight, let me tell you. Paulo Costa got outstruck. He got outthought. He came in way too cocky. Costa, you're going back to the drawing board, and you need to get better. You cannot think that you're the champ when you're not. Obviously, Adesanya is the champ for a reason. Obviously, he picks people apart. I don't think there's anyone in that division that could beat him right now. Costa was the last hope. Adesanya is your reigning champ, and he will be your reigning champ until someone new comes.
Moving on. NHL. We want to thank the Tampa Bay and congratulate them on a really good playoff run. Congrats on your Stanley Cup, winning and snapping a 16-year drought, winning the series 3-2 with the final game not even being a contest, winning 2-0, and not having Steven Stamkos, only playing 2 minutes and 47 seconds in this playoffs alone. That's unbelievable. That's every other team without their best player.
Yep.
Ever. Like you can put basketball, baseball, any sport. That's winning the championship without your best player.
How much ice time did you say you had in these playoffs, Chris?
2 minutes and 47 seconds.
A total of 2 minutes and 47 seconds in these playoffs.
And a defensive player won the most valuable
player? The Conn Smythe. Yes, MVP basically. The Conn Smythe. Victor Hedman won the Conn Smythe trophy after they won the game there. I think he fully deserves it. He is the best defenseman in the NHL. I mean, for me at least, looking at his numbers, looking at what he's done, he's a true captain. He's a true defenseman. He could do both. He's amazing. And he's the willing force that helped this team push through this playoff run. Now, talking about this last game where they won, the Lightning had 73.5 possession through 2 periods. They controlled the puck. They moved it around. The Stars couldn't get their hands on it. They had 69% shot attempts through 2 periods also. They were just demolishing them.
Dominance.
Straight dominance.
But do you think the Stanley Cup, the COVID Cup, has an asterisk on it? Because they were not the favorites coming in.
No. Yes and no. I believe, obviously, in the team's mind, in the fans' mind, in all of, I won't say the NHL fans, but the diehards, I feel like this is a perfectly won Stanley Cup. Yes, there were teams that probably shouldn't have been in the playoffs that made a little noise.
Blackhawks.
Sure. But you can't take it away. They still had to go through good teams.
Yeah, but you had like how much time off? This season almost took a full year.
How much time off, and their best player didn't suit up, and they still won.
This is true, but all the other teams were off their. Some teams that have rhythm going into the playoffs completely lost their momentum because they waited.
I agree.
So I mean,
but if you're truly a good team,
they deserve it. I just don't know. I'm not the diehard hockey fan that you are or anyone else is. I just think, including for the NBA, MLB, there's going to be an asterisk.
So you think for all sports?
I think for all sports.
Okay. Well, we'll touch on that when we get.
We'll touch on all the sports.
All the sports. So in the game, you had Braden Point with the first goal, with 7 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first period. It was a power play goal. He got off a rebound, got right past the goalie. It was a beautiful rebound collect to score. For the second goal of the game, you have Blake Coleman. Now, he got a cross-ice pass from Maroon with a wide-open net with a wrister. I mean, it was a beautiful shot. Yes, it was a wide-open net with the goalie scrambling back to his left. He tried to get there, couldn't. It was a beautiful pass to shot. Perfect. Now, let's talk about the Stars in this game a little bit. They were lackluster through the first two periods. They really couldn't get anything going. The Lightning just held the puck. So obviously, when the third period came, the Stars knew that they had to pick it up a little bit. They had to put on some pressure. But you look at that third period, the Stars had no stamina left. After chasing the puck for two periods and the Lightning had 73% possession, the Stars couldn't keep up. They were chasing and tried to make a push, couldn't get a goal. They barely had any shots through the first two. The Tampa Bay Lightning truly deserved this Stanley Cup. They were pure dominance that night and throughout the playoffs. I mean, what else is there to say?
Like I said, I'm not the diehard. I'm not going to give much argument. So, starting in the next season, I'm all with them Krakens. So, I will be watching out for the NHL.
Well, we'll have to see who you get in the expansion draft, too.
We'll see. Moving on. NBA. Bulls, how do you not wait for this man to be fired?
Because they didn't know.
We knew. We just didn't want it to happen.
No.
Doc Rivers out as the Clippers coach.
Oh, big news. Big news.
Out. And the Bulls are not even going to be able to... What are we going to do? Fire this man just to go get him?
Listen, we got a good coach.
We have Billy Donovan, but this is Doc.
Donovan. Listen,
all right,
man,
Billy. Come on, Billy. Give me your stuff.
I think Doc, as much as Doc is respected and a great coach in the NBA, for me, he's a little overrated. For me, he is a little overrated. Just a little bit. Just like a dab. Just a little dab of overrated mixed in with his coaching legacy.
Okay, I mean, he's won a championship. Billy hasn't.
I mean, there's...
Nate McMillan hasn't. The assistant coach they were trying to get from Philly hasn't. The Bulls are notorious for getting... They finally got a good coach. But then other news comes out of a better coach getting let go. And we botch it again.
I don't think we botch it. We just didn't wait. We didn't wait, and that was our problem.
We're notorious for... I mean, this is back in the guard packs area for not making a move until it's too late. The one time we need to make a move late, we make the move early.
Which they're switching. See? You go from old Bulls to new Bulls where they jump the gun, and now you want to wait and go back to that guard packs area.
It's just, no.
No, there's no winning with Bulls fans.
I don't want to
There's
go back
no
to the guard
winning
packs.
with Bulls fans. Whatever move, unless it's a championship, unless we get back to Michael Jordan greatness, is not going to be good for y'all.
I mean, we're trash before Jordan. We're trash after Jordan. Can we just be at least competent? Can we just make the playoffs?
We were competent with Rose and Noah and Boozer and Butler.
The Booze Cruise?
The Booze Cruise, baby. Mouse in the house.
I don't know, man. It's just... If Billy makes his team a contender, if we make any signings, if we make any type of moves, I think we should get rid of Levine. If we're going to have a high draft pick, I think we're 3 or 4 in this draft pick. If LaMelo Ball, even though I do not like LaMelo Ball.
Oh, God.
Or Anthony Edwards, who I think is going to be the number 1 pick.
Okay.
We can't go get Wiseman because we already have Lauri Markkanen and Wendell Carter Jr.
You think Carter Jr. is our future center?
I think he's a good... The two differences is Wiseman is more traditional, back to the basket, which the NBA is leaving from that.
Right.
Wendell Carter can stretch the floor. So, yes, even though I think Wiseman will be better, in the new NBA... Wendell Carter fits better, if that makes any... It's like, would you take Patrick Ewing or Joel Embiid?
You know, I'm a little old head in basketball, like you're an old head in football. Give me Patrick Ewing.
I mean, same thing with me. I would take Patrick 9 times out of 10, but in today's NBA, I think I have to go Joel just because he could stretch it to the 3.
Of course. I mean,
so
it's a smart move.
It's just, whatever the strategy is, I think we need to get rid of Levine. Maybe move up to get a better pick. Or, they want to do this, Wendell on the 4th pick to go get the 1st pick, then go get Wiseman. You pair Wiseman and Levine then, you got something. You got a big man duo. You got a big man who can stay and bang in the post
Right.
Laurie and Levine could be outside, and Kobe White is. If Kobe White stays on the bench like Ben Gordon did, he could be one of the greatest six men. Ben Gordon was a great six man. He's a horrible starter.
We don't have a point. He's going to have to start.
We have Chris Dunn.
Oh,
I actually do like Chris Dunn. I mean,
oh, Lord. You just said that?
Chris Dunn?
Oh, Lord.
Chris Dunn.
Please help
12 points per game, 5.5 assists, and a lockdown defender. I am cool with Chris Dunn.
Lord, please help you. Because when I think of point guard position...
You think of Patrick Beverley?
I think of...
He's a poor man's Patrick Beverley.
I think of Stephen Curry. I think of Dame Lillard.
You're thinking of the greatest point guards in the game.
Exactly. You know who runs your team except for the Lakers? Your point guard. Even though LeBron's a goddamn point guard, basically.
Okay, what about Giannis and the Bucks with Eric Bledsoe and Giannis running that team?
But you have to look at those two separately. Giannis and LeBron, probably the greatest players in the NBA.
And Boston runs through Tatum, not Kemba.
Yeah, Tatum.
And Kyrie.
With that woeful game Tatum had, they need to rethink that.
No.
They need to rethink that.
You stick with Tatum.
No, you don't.
You stick with Tatum.
No, you don't. Not when
Tatum
you have
is the
Kemba.
future.
Not when you have Kemba.
Kemba is not that great, guy.
Oh.
He's not.
He's
a great scorer, but he's a below average point guard in defending. He's a below average point guard in passing.
You could say that about 99% of the point guards.
Who? 90%. Steph will try to play D at least. Steph can pass. Dame can pass.
Kemba
Trae Young can pass, and he's a pure scorer.
Kemba can pass. Dave, can we get some statistics on Kemba?
Bro,
Kemba's passing statistics.
Kemba had a team in Charlotte. What did they do with Kemba as the leader?
Charlotte.
I don't care.
Who have they had?
What do you mean, who have they had?
Besides Kemba Walker, who have they truly had that was a superstar?
I mean, they had Al Jefferson for a minute.
Oh, my God. Exactly. You're proving my point for me.
I mean, the lock, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Oh, my God. Exactly.
He is now a free agent. And who can forget Nicholas Batum, the $27 million a year man.
So, a summary for the... Thank you, Dave. Let me say that first, because assists per game for 2019-2020, that's coming out to a whopping 4.8. Mm-hmm. For his career, he has 5.4. So right on par with Steph and Dame.
Did you just say he averaged 4.8 this season?
This season.
For a point guard?
Yeah.
Centers average 3. Jokic is averaging 7.7.
That's fine. But he's not there for just assists. You're running it through Tatum because what? Tatum can't score?
Tatum can score.
Can't score?
Can.
I'm sorry, was he 0 for 7 before he finally got a bucket in that game?
I'm sorry, can players not have bad games now?
Not when you're
He's
the future.
21.
Not when you're the future of Boston.
He's 21.
No.
Larry Bird wasn't even in the league when he was 21. Can we give this man a break?
No.
He's 21 years old.
LeBron came out of the league at 8.
LeBron didn't win before he got 2 other superstars. Don't start with this LeBron bull.
That's fine. Look at the Boston team. How many superstars do you see on that team?
None until Tatum.
None until Tatum.
No. Kemba's not a superstar.
Regular star?
All-star? He's an all-star.
All-star?
He's an all-star.
Okay, you have 1 all-star. You don't think...
Tatum was an all-star this year, too.
Okay, so that's 2.
2 all-stars.
Do you think Jaylen Brown is an all-star?
No.
You don't think he's all-star?
I think he's going to be...
He's a good role player?
He is a great starting shooting guard.
Sure.
But if I put him on another team, he can never lead it.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Yeah. I will definitely give you that one. Who else do we have here? Gordon Hayward?
No. Come on.
I mean, that old man stash, see?
Ever since he broke his leg,
yeah,
he's never been Gordon Hayward.
No, but he has a great chance to be a great 6th man for the rest of his career.
Yeah, that's sad compared to what he was going to be.
He was definitely going to be something great until he broke his leg.
He was potentially going to be an Indiana Pacers Paul George.
They thought he was going to be the next Larry Bird. Let's be honest here.
No, they didn't.
Yes, Boston signed him to be the next Larry Bird. The White Mamba. That's what they wanted him to be.
No. No, they did not.
That's what they wanted him to be.
No, they did not.
Let's be honest with ourselves here.
They got rid of Isaiah Thomas, who is twice as good as him in both their primes. If both you match them up in their primes, Isaiah was way better than Hayward.
And they were just going for the look. I'm not saying that Hayward is better than Isaiah. I'm not saying that Hayward was supposed to become anything. I'm saying Boston strictly signed him to be the new Larry Bird.
The fact you're saying Larry, just say the next big thing. No one's going to be Larry. Luka Doncic is the closest thing to Larry Bird since Larry Bird.
See, but you're just comparing him like that. Think about the Boston franchise. They're bringing him in to be the next Larry Bird. That's what they were hoping for.
Paul Pierce was closer to Larry Bird than Gordon Hayward.
I'm not saying that he was going to be Larry Bird. I do not think
Your comparison is asinine.
No, it's not, because that's what Boston was thinking.
We have no Boston viewers, so I would ask if we had any.
If any of you like Boston, let us know. Let us know what you think.
Jesus.
Anyway, let's continue with these coaching.
All right. Well, Clippers, I don't know. I mean, the best coach out there is Doc Rivers. You can just re-sign him.
Ty Lue.
Yes, you can go. Okay, so I did some research. These are the coaches that have been rumored to be in the coaching hunt. I put one wild card who wasn't named, who I think should be in the conversation.
For the Clippers?
Yes.
Okay.
Ty Lue is number 1. D'Antoni's number 2. Sam Cassell's number 3. Brett Brown. If we're moving from Doc to Brett Brown, I'm going to be livid. Brett Brown's number 4. The wild card, I think, should be Nate McMillan. And then the last one's Alvin Gentry. Ty Lue and D'Antoni are your two best options. If not, you have to go Nate McMillan, because if you go Sam Cassell or Brett Brown, there's moving from Doc to either one of those. Brett Brown, who just lost with 2 superstars on his team, and Sam Cassell, who's never coached an NBA team, that's pitiful. Pitiful, and they're not going to win it next year, and I'm going to be pissed. There's another free championship for LeBron next year.
Well, after hearing those coaches' names and seeing, obviously, that they had Doc Rivers for a
7 years.
Long period of time.
7 years.
Call it a long period of time. The only name that jumps out to me is Ty Lue. The only name
I can see D'Antoni. The thing is, they don't have a point guard like D'Antoni likes.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how that would honestly, get rid of George Paul. Get rid of this man. George Paul is a choke. He's worse than Reggie Miller.
Paul George.
George Paul.
Paul George.
No, you don't deserve to be called by your real name if you get to choke that hard.
Do you think
he's going balls deep on something? This is ridiculous how this man chokes.
Do you think that he's the reason why Kawhi will not win another title?
No, Kawhi's going to win another one.
You think so?
He has to win another one.
Does he?
He's the Terminator, the machine, whatever they want to call him in LA. That was the big push. He has to. If he does not, that's going to be such a disappointment if he doesn't.
I think they go out and get them a decent point guard this offseason.
The thing is, they have Lou Williams, Lemon Pepper Lou off the bench, and Beverly coming and locking it down. Just like when I was saying with the Bulls with Chris Dunn and Kobe White. Chris Dunn's never ending the game. It's always Kobe White, because usually you need the scoring at the end of the game. They had the formula. I think all they need is to switch out. If they want to go get a point guard, they need either a really good 2 guard or a really good 4.
I mean, Lou is a really good.
But he's off the bench. He's never started. When he he does not have the same production as when he comes off the bench.
Okay, that's fair, because he's playing lesser bench people, obviously.
Well, yeah. Yeah. But it's also, even when you have your starters on him, he's fresher. He doesn't play 36 minutes. He plays 25 to 30, which is exactly where you want him. That's just like Montrezl Harrell's, all energy.
Well, that's another thing. If they even keep Montrezl Harrell this
they're
year.
going to keep him.
You think
they have I think they have the right, so they could overpay him. And keep him. But if you don't keep him, you're losing so much depth.
I think you get rid of him to go out and sign you a better point guard or trade for a better point guard.
I mean, they could probably do a sign and if you sign and trade for a better. I mean, who's a better point guard that's going to be available? I don't even see one on the horizon.
I don't.
Dame Lillard's not leaving Portland. Steph's not leaving. They're about to. The Warriors are about to be an underdog coming in for the championship next year. They're getting everyone back healthy. Maybe if the Sacramento Kings do a fire sale, you go get Fox.
No, the Kings are on the upswing. They.
I don't know.
The Kings.
They're
are
on. No, they're selling. They're selling. They're gonna get rid of Buddy Hield, and I think he's rumored to go to the 76ers.
I could see them getting rid of Buddy Hield just because
For
you
who?
look at the rest of their team. The rest of their team is young bucks. The rest of their
Buddy
team
Hield is 26.
He's 27.
Oh, excuse me, 27.
Right, and
He fits their timeline.
If you're not... Oh, okay. You know what? It fits their timeline. I didn't think of it like that about who else is on that team.
De'Aaron Fox at 21, Marvin Bagley at 20,
yeah,
and Buddy Hield, Bogdanovich. I mean, you have the Bogdanovich brother.
Bogdanovich brother, yes.
I mean, you just need either you move Bagley to the power forward and get a good center,
right,
or you go get another good power forward and leave Bagley at the center. The thing is, you have, I think his name is Belizia, was running your four, and he's a great stretch forward, but he's not a starter. You need someone who could come in, get you some boards. They're in trade rumors for Al Horford, but they want Buddy Hield for Al Horford, which is it's null and void. You shore up your power forward or your center, but then who's going to be your two guard? You lose a wing, and they have Harrison Barnes, who's a good player, a good complementary player, but you still need someone to take those shots like Buddy Hield. That's just my 2 cents. I don't know.
There's a lot that's going to be shaken up in the NBA, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have Giannis, who is...
There's rumors he's going to Miami. I hope not.
If he goes to Miami with Jimmy...
Like, as a pure basketball fan, not a Bulls... Because Bulls fan, please go to Miami. Because I don't want you in my division anymore.
True.
But, pure basketball fan, I miss loyalty. I miss loyalty in this NBA. LeBron, no loyalty. Just, I'll go anywhere. Giannis and Doncic are going to be the first... And Jokic, hopefully. Will all show what loyalty looks like and when they will all pay off. Especially Luka and Antetokounmpo.
So does Porzingis not have loyalty?
No. After the hissy fit he did with the New York Knicks, no.
But that's your guy.
I do like Porzingis. He's the Porzingis. He's a unicorn. But still... I mean, I'm glad he's the next Dirk. Come on, man. Don't make me hate on my own guy.
I just had to bring it up. I knew that was your guy, and you're talking about loyalty.
I mean, D Rose is my guy too, and he went to Detroit. So,
well, he really didn't go to Detroit. He just kind of like got shipped off.
There's rumors he's going to L.A., but not with the Clippers, with the L.A. Lakers.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The Lakers might just get a little bit more scarier.
Yeah. So 18 a point per game, D Rose.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. But we're gonna move on again. Bringing back the NFL.
NFL Week 3.
We are in full gear, and we are seeing a lot of ups and a lot of downs, a.k.a. Bears, but we'll get back to that later.
Yeah.
Right now, Game 1. Go for it, Ryan. We got Dolphins and Jaguars. What's your big takeaway?
Dolphins, Jaguars. Dolphins killed the Jags on Thursday Night Football. Big takeaway. Fitzmagic?
No.
Maybe?
No.
Maybe, like, he still has a year, 2 left in him.
The Dolphins are playing themselves by winning. And with every win and with every Fitzmagic win and good game is 1 week less of Tua.
Yeah, but I think it's not the worst thing if Tua sits.
It's not. You're gonna get him healthy with his hip. He gets to see how a real NFL quarterback professional like Fitzpatrick works.
Right.
But man, he needs there's no experience like game experience, right? And you need that game experience.
Yeah, I agree. Minshew Mania kind of died out a little bit.
He didn't have Chark. You can't blame him.
Yeah, still have to throw the ball.
They literally had nobody. They had Robinson. That was it.
And he did amazing in fantasy, folks. Let me tell you that.
I mean,
Pick up for my team.
8 carries on the first drive is
Yeah.
It's going to do you good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move on to this next game. You got the 49ers and the Giants, and it's another blowout.
All right. Well, come on, Giants. Can you please wake up? I am a closet Giants fan because of my buddy Julian Love. But, man, you're getting hard to root for.
Yeah, there's two really sucky teams, and I guess this is the lesser of the sucky teams in that stadium.
That's pretty funny that New York has both of the worst teams.
Oh, they're garbage. God. But, yeah, 49ers.
Nick Mullins. Come on.
Nick Mullins coming out. He's a true second. He's a true backup quarterback who will come in and win you 2 to 3 games each year if you need it.
Oh, my God.
That's it. Kyle Shanahan called an excellent game for what he had.
It's Kyle Shanahan. It's not Nick Mullins.
Who had to throw the ball? Nick Mullins.
I could throw the ball with Shanahan.
I don't think you can. Not in the NFL.
All I have to do is hand the ball off. That's all that Jimmy G does.
That's great for Jimmy G. Mullins actually threw.
If you say so. TBDs and Browns.
Man, you're not going to give up on those TBDs, huh?
No.
I'm telling you, it's just going to be the Washington football team for the rest of our life.
TBDs.
For the rest of our life, it will be the Washington football team.
Well,
that's how angry Dan Schneider is about
Haskins put on his best Winston comparison. 3 interceptions. 2 TDs. Is he going to be the new 30-30 kid?
No.
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 Do you think he's going to be good or bad?
I hate saying this. The Dwayne train. That's right. I'm giving him that nickname. The Dwayne train is parked in the station right now.
He's not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We could stop going balls deep with him.
The Dwayne train is parked in the station, and the verdict still is yet to be seen. I want to see him on a different team.
Why?
I think
Who else is going to take him?
I think Ron Rivera is not going to accept him as the quarterback. He is not the quarterback he chose. He got stuck with him. And I think
he technically didn't choose. Rivera had like 5 different offers. So he knew he was going to get Haskins if he went to Washington.
I think he knew what type of team he was going to get. One that could tank. And
So you think he's taking for Lawrence?
I think he wanted to tank for Lawrence, and that was going to be his quarterback. And all of a sudden, Haskins is out here.
We're just trying to piss off Dan Snyder, aren't we?
Hell yeah, we are.
God.
Get him out of there.
Moving on. Joe Burrow. Bengals, Eagles. What happened to Carson Wentz, Mr. Super Bowl?
How are you so hyped on Joe Burrow?
He had another week of no interceptions as a rookie quarterback with no training camp and no OTAs. It's the Bengals. He is better than Carson Palmer. He is better than Andy Dalton. This man might be the best quarterback they've ever had in the future. Joe Burrow is going to be one of the great quarterbacks in the next 15 years, and you're going to eat crow.
Chris, who would they play week 1?
I forgot. Who? The Browns? No, Browns was last week, right?
The Chargers.
A
Tyrod.
He lost to Bosa.
A Tyrod Taylor
he lost
team.
To Bosa.
Then we move on to the Browns, where you love shitting on Baker Mayfield, but what happened? Baker
didn't do shit.
Right back.
Baker didn't do shit. It was Nick Chubb. Odell and Baker are... How are they the worst... One of the most accurate quarterbacks to come out of college and one of the most dynamic wide receivers, and you can't even find each other. 6 receptions, 59 yards.
And then we have week 3, where you want to shit on Wentz coming out, but guess what? You just tied him. You have 2 losses and a tie.
Wentz was supposed to be better than Dak, than Golf. He has a Super Bowl coach in Dougie P, Mr. Fearless with his book out here, and you're telling me you're tying with the Bengals?
I think the real question is, you're telling me you're tying with the Eagles.
No, I'm not. That's not. The Eagles are supposed to be the team in the NFC least, and look at what's happening. All of them are 1-2. If the Giants would have won this week, they would have been tied for first place.
I know. Combined total for the NFC East is 2-9-1. That's the combined record of their division right now.
The Eagles,
and Joe Burrow tied him.
Doesn't matter.
Tied.
Joe Burrow
couldn't win.
Okay.
Tied.
I'm willing to bet Joe Burrow wins the MVP by year 5.
That's way far down the road. I bet you Joe Burrow won't even win Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I bet you Joe Burrow will not win that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting very close to this mic right here. How is he on this podcast with me? This is asinine. What are you doing? Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in all the young quarterbacks so far. You haven't seen Herbert came out. He did a great job against Kansas City.
Right.
Shit the bed this week. Tua's not even in the game. And you're saying he's not going to be off. Who's going to be? Who's going to be?
Let's see.
You don't even have one on your mind.
I do.
Who?
You're not going to like it.
Who?
It's going to be the running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The undrafted rookie out of Illinois State, I believe. Robinson. He's going to put up major points as a running back, and he's going to get it over Burrow. Because Burrow's not going to win a goddamn
What
game.
are we going to bet on this? I'm willing to bet my house at this point.
Your house on this?
My apartment, my 2-bedroom apartment. What are we going to bet on this?
I think we have to do the fitness bets again.
Are you just trying to get me in shape? Is this what it is? Okay, so the same bet again?
Yep.
Okay.
10-10-10 for Joe Burrow versus Robinson for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Cool. Bet. Moving on. Patriots, Raiders. Great job, Bill Belichick. You're the greatest coach of all time. I can't even argue. You have nothing. You lost the GOAT. You brought in Cam, a shell of Cam, and you are making this whole team look like a playoff team again.
Because it's Bill Belichick who does it. That's it. I want to hear about the Tom Brady. I want to hear about the GOAT. Listen, he's a good quarterback, but Bill Belichick's offense runs through Belichick.
Okay.
Making the calls.
Mr. Subway?
Yeah. Mr. Subway. Guess what? I bet Tom was the one in that relationship that was like, oh, I'm going to make all the money and do the commercials. You just have to coach me. Yeah. Now Belichick's throwing his true shit out here. He's throwing his real playbook out here and making the Patriots a playoff contender.
Yeah. We've gone to Super Bowl contenders to playoff contenders. Great.
We'll see. We'll see how far that they can run with Belichick.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, the Raiders, I don't know what to say. I mean, that's the Raiders I expected this year.
Yeah. Raiders, I mean, Gruden, whoop. Hit yourself in the chest a little more. Do a little crazy stuff. You have a nice stadium. You're going
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous stadium.
Gorgeous stadium. I mean, did you see that retractable grass?
Yeah.
That comes out? Crazy. But, yeah, you're going to be average. Again, Raiders.
Okay, well, moving on to, I believe, the game of the week. Bills and Rams.
Oh, shootout.
And I never thought I'd be saying that with Josh Allen.
Really?
Josh Allen was like...
Inaccuracy.
Well, yeah, but last year he was a dual threat running and passing, but mostly running, I feel like. Okay. This guy is just dotting people.
Yeah.
I mean, his accuracy's still questionable, but Stephon Diggs in this offense is showing off his arm.
You give him a number 1 wide receiver, and this is what Josh Allen proves to you.
And a whole nother thing, fire sale Rams, who I thought were going to be hot garbage, McVay
has him
Hats off to you, my friend.
Down, bro.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, not even like receivers you think are going to blow you off the top. Just good 10-yard reception receiver. They're going to methodically run it down the field on you.
Yep.
With Henderson as well. And they're just going to... It's like a Patriot way. It's crazy.
Exactly what I was about to say.
It's 10 yards per.
McVay learned. He's young and he's able to learn. He looked at Bill Belichick and was like, you know, you won a lot. What are you doing? I have methodical 2 good wide receivers and a dumb Tom Brady over here, all right?
Or dumb.
I'm just going to dump it off 10 yards to Kupp. Maybe
Cooper
throw
Kupp is Edelman.
That's all this is.
Cooper Kupp is Edelman.
He's just taking the Patriots playbook and being like, I'm doing that.
Yeah. I mean, great comparison. Moving on. Ben Roethlisberger.
You know, he's making a good comeback right now. He has the chance.
Apologize to the Big
Comeback
Ben.
Player of the Year.
Apologize to the Big Ben.
I will formally apologize to Big Ben right now. Big Ben, wherever you are, shaking off them tackles, making throws down the field, I apologize to you. I apologize saying that you were done, that you were washed up. You may have at least 2 more years in this league, maybe 3. But I am sorry. You are slinging it. The Steelers are looking good with that defense.
Juju.
He's throwing it to Juju, who's proving he could probably be a number 1 wide receiver. Didn't need Antonio Brown all this time.
Nope.
I mean, James Conner doing his thing over there. Which, please, like, Conner, stop getting hurt. I want to root for you, but, like,
I'm always going to
stop
root for him.
getting hurt.
He doesn't complain like Bell.
That's fair. And look at where Le'Veon is now.
I'm glad Bell is where he's at now. He deserves this.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Titans, Vikings. Kirk Cousins finally came out, said, "Give me my ball." If it wasn't for Gauskowski's career game, 6 for 6, career high for any kicker.
Yep.
Going crazy. He turned back time, went to the Patriots and said, "Oh, I know how to do this."
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom.
Listen, the Vikings are 0-3 right now.
I mean,
they don't have a win.
Good thing for us Bears fans.
Good thing for us, but Dalvin Cook's doing his thing, though. Dalvin Cook's running.
Dalvin Cook's doing his thing. Yes.
Slicing and dicing and everything under the sun. I mean, Dalvin Cook's running over everybody. I think it's just you lost Stephon Diggs. You lost a weapon. Kirk Cousins doesn't look sharp. He doesn't know who to turn to except for Am Thielen.
I mean, that's all. Yeah. I mean, did you see the Rudolph?
Yes.
The Rudolph's one-handed Odell?
It
looks like Rudolph's going to have to become a vocal point of this offense again.
He has to. I mean, he was there in the beginning. He dropped off to be a good tight end at best. And now you don't have the weapons again. What is he looking at? On the other side of the ball, Titans, you're looking like a playoff contender, but you need to shape it up. Mm-hmm. You need to understand what Tannehill's going to do. You need to get Derrick Henry
going. One week Tannehill's throwing ballistic, and the other week he's just, down on his luck. And my formula for the Titans, 20 times give it to Henry. No question.
Okay.
Let Tannehill run a lot of play action and throw it deep a couple times. He can throw it. He's shown he has a pretty ball. But you have to have them respect you going deep before you could just do the 10-yard chunk plays before that.
I agree.
But moving on, Panthers, Chargers. Panthers got their first win without McAfee. Would you like my little McAfee?
Your little McAfee. I don't know, man. I mean, Panthers, Teddy Bridgewater, you're not supposed to have that contract in that starting role. Like, you're not good.
You know what? I think now that I'm seeing, because they only paid him just as much as Cam, $20 million. Yep. Cam was making $19 million last year. I think he's a bridge. No pun intended.
A bridge gap.
A bridge gap, and if they really go get Fields, I think Bridgewater's only there to coach up to coach up the next guy in line. And they said, well, look, we're going to have to compensate you for doing such a thing. Gave him $20 million. Kind of like how the stupid Bears did with Mike Glennon out of all the players with Trubisky, and look at how Trubisky turned out.
Yeah, I mean, Panthers, you're going to waste Christian McCaffrey's time if...
he's not re-signing.
You don't think Christian McCaffrey will resign?
No. They're gonna have to franchise tag this man.
They're definitely going to if he won't resign. I mean, they're going to give him probably the best deal out of any running back.
Or sign and trade. I could see that.
Yeah, but
Bears.
Stop.
Bears
would never make a move like that. Stop. So on the other side of the ball, the Chargers, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I expected a lot more. I was disappointed.
Yeah, like you come out swinging during the Chiefs, and now all of a sudden
how do you give that good of a game against the Chiefs and then wet the bed with Carolina?
Because In the NFL, any team can go out on any day and beat the other team. That's the crazy part about it. That's with any sport. Any team could go out on any day and beat the other team. And for an inexperienced rookie, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
Moving on. Are you going to apologize again?
For who?
Old Man Rivers.
And you want me to apologize because he had a game against the Jets.
This man still has it.
Against the Jets.
Doesn't matter. NFL team.
Name me 5 players on the Jets.
Darnold.
Okay.
Herndon? That's the tight end, right? Herndon. Le'Veon Bell. Adam Gase.
That's not a player.
May as well be. They have no one else.
They do.
All the receivers are injured.
You're just thinking offense, too. You can't even think of their defense.
CJ Mosley.
Okay. Jamal Adams ain't there anymore.
I was literally about to say him, too. I'm at 4. Give me Adam Gase. Give me Adam Gase.
No, because Adam Gase doesn't even count as a coach.
That's sad.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm not apologizing to Phillip Rivers.
Who are they playing next?
The Colts defense did most of their work.
Yeah, 2 INTs in the first half.
Exactly. The Colts defense did most of the work.
Oh, wait, Frank Gore. I knew that even last week. I just forgot he was on this pitiful team. Frank Gore, 57 yards for a 37-year-old. That's crazy.
Frank Gore is not all the way up there anymore after taking all those hits all those years. So they just give him the ball and he's just yelling as he runs towards people. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, Jacoby played?
Yeah, they blew out the Jets and they put in Jacoby in the second. Yes. This is what you're asking me to apologize for? No, I will not. Old Man Rivers needs to retire.
Dude, what is up with T.Y.? 3 receptions, 52 yards. It's good for 3 receptions. But why is he only getting 3 receptions?
Because Old Man Rivers can't throw him the ball.
Sure. News and fantasy, Michael Pittman Jr. just had surgery on his leg. So he's out for multiple weeks. Not the whole season, but out for multiple weeks. If you had him on your fantasy, which a lot of people do, because they're bigger than an 8-man league.
Yeah.
So that's just a little update for you guys. Moving on, Seahawks Cowboys.
What a shootout.
What a game. I mean, DK, can't celebrate before you get in the end zone, man.
How? You literally burned him by 5 yards when you gave up. How? Why? Who taught you this, DK?
A crazy story. I was at work while this happened. This game was going on. My boss has Russell Wilson on his team. And I told him what happened, and he's like, oh, let me see it. I show him the video. He's like, oh, no, good. I'm glad he didn't score. I'm like, what? He's like, no, integrity means everything. You don't showboat. Everyone's a professional. I was like, you just lost, 8 points, including with the yardage. It's like, no, I'd rather lose my whole fantasy than him get that touchdown.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
I mean, I kind of agree with the man.
Yeah.
DK, you're coming on strong. We all know you're going to be a superstar in this league, but show some respect.
Yeah.
You burned a man.
Great rookie to come up with the effort and punch it out. That's a rookie cornerback.
Oh, the rookie cornerback is about to get a deal from the Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is going to go hand him a new contract deal right now for not giving up on the play. He's going to say, son, that's what we need in the Cowboy lineup.
You see, we got to take a slice of the pie, and everyone gets to eat the pie.
Exactly. That's what's about to happen to that safety, cornerback, whoever was covering him. Notes for the Cowboys?
Pay this man Dak.
Why are we not giving the ball to Zeke?
Because Zeke, and just like last year with Garrett and now McCarthy, you can't run outside with him. He's not fast enough. And everyone knows you're just going to pound it up the middle. Go up 3 yards, then a negative gain of 1 yard, and then Dak has to throw it for a 3rd and 9 anyway.
Which Dak was spreading the ball around like
Pay this man Dak. You shouldn't have paid Zeke, like I said 2 years ago. Running backs are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, clearly.
You get rid of Zeke, you trade him, you do something. You get a faster running back, one who's just not... Him back in the 90s would work perfectly. But this is not Eric Dickerson. It's not Jim Brown. It's not that league anymore. You have to run outside the numbers. You have to make sure you can cut the corners. He can't do that. He's not fast enough.
I agree with you, but I agree with you on Dak too.
Pay this man.
Pay the man.
Give him the $40 million he wants.
He was throwing to Gallup, and I forget the other receiver. Brown, I think his last name was.
What a throw to the outside with Gallup in the corner. What a throw.
Dak's making plays that's not to Amari and Lamb. You need to pay Dak.
Thank God he wasn't making it to Lamb, or it would have been a close game with me and Joe.
Oh, that's true.
Anyway, moving on. Lions Cardinals. How? Come on, Murray. I just got on your bandwagon. And you lose to the Lions?
Yeah, no, that's a tough one to swallow, but it was bound to happen. You look at the Cardinals team.
Yeah, Matty P and Matty S. Just doing Matty things.
Each time you say Matty, I think you're going to say Matty Ice. I'm like, that's the Falcons.
Yeah, no, Matty P.
Yeah, Matt Patricia.
Matty P.
You gotta pronounce it for people who don't know.
Patricia.
Thank
you.
you.
Are you happy?
I'm joyful.
If I could pronounce Luka Doncic, I should be fine with Patricia.
Listen. Anyway, so the Cardinals, they unfortunately lost to the woeful Lions. Like, these Lions should not even be...
It's the AP effect.
Oh, God.
22 carries, 75 yards. Go get that record from Emmitt Smith, my friend.
Yeah, AP is on a tear right now. He's turning back the clock a little bit. And if he continues this, he's going to reach 1,000.
Galladay came back.
Galladay came back.
Thank God for me.
Yes, which helped the...
wasted a third-round pick on him.
Galladay came back, which helped...
Stafford?
Thank you. Stafford...
Prater, 4 for 4. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean...
They had a career game. Everyone had a career game, and that's how they won against... Let's see, what did Kyler have? Kyler put on his Winston impression, too. 3 INTs.
Yeah, Kyler threw 3 INTs in that game, and...
Hopkins.
What did Hopkins do?
Oh, my God. Hopkins things. 10 receptions.
Yep.
137 yards.
Yep.
But no TDs.
Sad.
No tubby. Isabella was
a surprise in this game. No one even thought that Isabella would
I knew he was a good slot guy, but Larry's in that slot.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if he could play outside the numbers.
Larry had another woeful game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, fantasy guys. I thought... I mean, Christian Kirk wasn't there.
Nope.
So Larry was number 2.
Yep, number 2.
So he got the number 2 cornerback. He's a great slot guy when he's number 3.
They're waiting for Kirk to come back so that Larry could officially go in that slot.
I mean, yeah. Can we move on?
I think we can move on from there.
Tampa Bay and the Gronkaneers.
Ooh, Gronk had 6 catches?
It don't matter. It's the
aura.
It's the aura of Gronk.
First time after 2 weeks.
It's the aura of
Bruce
Gronk.
Arians is finally okay, Brady, I know you can't throw it down the field, so I'll finally just
is that what we're doing?
Take and dump.
Yeah? Is that what we think with Godwin, with Evans, any of that?
Yes, that's completely what I think. I think even with all the weapons...
Well, you might be right with Evans. I'm looking at the stats. You want to hear them?
Yeah, go ahead.
2 receptions.
Right.
2 yards.
Yikes.
And 2 TDs.
Yikes.
Both receptions were on the 1 yard line. I mean, good for me. I got the points. I got Tom Brady on my team. Well, what did Tom Brady had 300 passing yards with 3 tubs and no INTs. Give this man respect.
Nope.
300 yards. That's more than almost all the quarterbacks we've seen so far.
You want to know when I'll give him respect?
When
he's in a Patriots uniform again. Because you go back to Daddy and you learn who brought you to the Super Bowl.
No.
Yes.
What was Bill Belichick before Tom Brady? He had Eric Bledsoe.
Coach.
What happened to the Browns? He couldn't even turn around the Browns.
No, he couldn't.
And then he went to the Patriots, and then he got Eric Bledsoe.
Right.
Or Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe?
And he couldn't do shit with Bledsoe. They paid this man, and they still started Brady. And Brady took it by the horns. Give my man some respect.
Because Brady agree with Bill Belichick's offense.
Oh, is that what it was?
Like, yep, I'm going to do that.
Is that what it was?
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Yep.
And he didn't go out to Robert Kraft before the day he got drafted. This is the best decision you ever made.
That's fine. You can say whatever you want.
He knew it. He knew. Tampa Bay gonna run wild on you. God.
I mean, on the other side of the ball, Broncos.
We don't even talk. Drew Driscoll. Who Driscoll?
Yeah.
What do we gotta say about him?
Wait.
No fan. Moving on.
Moving forward.
Packers Saints. Damn you, that bad man.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Damn you.
Aaron Rodgers proved this game that he doesn't need Devontae Adams. He literally proved this game that he does not need Devontae Adams.
If the other side had Michael Thomas, this game is totally different.
So are we just going to compare two teams now?
No, I think they are completely even. The Saints have the better wide receiver that they lost out on because Michael Thomas is number 1 in the NFL. Devontae Adams is number, 4, 5, we're going to call it?
I think we might call him 3 after...
I mean, Michael Thomas, D-Hop. Yeah, Julio's not there no more.
Nope.
Julio's not... Yeah, he might be 3.
3.
3? I'll give him
3.
Oh, well, I don't know. Calvin Ridley's coming out. Calvin might be 5 or 4 or 5 right now.
Calvin Ridley is not the same as Devontae right now.
No, but Calvin Ridley just put up 3 games in a row with over 100 yards.
We're not talking about him right now. We're talking about Devontae Adams.
I'm just saying. I think these two teams are evenly matched. I think this. I want to say the Bears are going to be in the NFC Championship. I want to say they're going to be in the Super Bowl. Probably not. This could be a really good playoff matchup because these teams are super even with Breeze, Rodgers, Thomas, Adams. Defenses are okay but not great. Running games, great.
Kamara's a dog.
Kamara is the fantasy player of the year so far.
Kamara, to me, is the number 1 running back in this league.
No.
Yes.
Over McCaffrey, he's hurt.
That's fine.
So
Kamara
are you saying when everyone healthy, he's number 1?
Everyone healthy, I think Kamara is the number 1 running back in this league.
I can't agree. I think
it's a very close.
He's 3 or 4.
It's a very close.
He's definitely better than Zeke. I'll give you that. I think he's tied real quick with Saquon if he's healthy, and Saquon actually has a line. But I can't put anyone over McCaffrey.
I think him and McCaffrey are extremely close. I'll give it that.
I can see where you go 2. I can't see 1. But good job, Rodgers. I'll give it to you.
Throwing to Lazard. Lazard had a game on my bench.
The best
horrified.
The best play of the game, and didn't even count, was when he went with the silent count. Got him off sides, threw it to Lazard, and Lazard knew to go for it because he got a pass interference, and then they went to the 1-yard line. That's just Rodgers.
That's vintage Rodgers.
Get
him the jump, take the shot, get the touchdown.
And the thing is, he went on a podcast earlier that week and said, we're going to use silent counts. He said it.
Yep.
And you guys still fell for it.
But you see it throughout the NFL now, which I wanted to bring up.
It's all the away teams.
Yep, I wanted to bring up. Since there's no fans and you hear every little thing, that hard count is going to be a major player.
It's a silent count.
They do the hard count when they get the silent count. That's the thing. It's going to be a major player.
The thing I really enjoy with COVID going on right now is that I get to hear all the audibles and all the exchanges with the quarterbacks on the line.
Right.
So you get to hear, yellow, 83. You get to hear, they have to learn all this.
Yep.
With no preseason. That's why with quarterbacks like Tom Brady, Bridgewater, anyone who's switched, you got to give them time. You have to. They're learning it's a whole new language.
Not when you're the GOAT.
It's a whole new,
not when you're the GOAT.
Get out of here. Anyway, I'm so glad we're here. Chiefs, Ravens. Got anything to say about your good old buddy Lamar? Pocket Lamar? 35-yard Lamar?
35-yard Lamar is still going to be the best quarterback in the league.
He is not even... Russell Wilson's better than Mahomes, Wilson, then it's Lamar. He's third.
So you're still throwing him in the top 3 right now?
Yes, I never said he was bad. He's just not a thrower.
No, you hate Lamar.
I do not hate Lamar.
You do.
It's just like who was
in private conversation, you said that you hate Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson is a horrible passer of the football. He is the greatest running quarterback of all time, even better than Vic. He is a horrible pocket passer. I am not. If I could start a team right now, Mahomes, Wilson, Lamar. Those are my top three picks. But Lamar is a hesitant 3 because this man cannot pass.
I think you give him the weapons that Mahomes has, and
he has Hollywood Brown and Mark Andrews and Ingram.
You can say Hollywood Brown. But again, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is better than Ingram is right now. He is way better. He's a much more shifty back. He breaks more tackles than Ingram does. Ingram is at the end of his career. 2, you have the bootleg Kelsey in Mark Andrews. You literally have the bootleg Kelsey. Kelsey is number 1 in the league for 3 years with 1,000 yards receiving. 3 years.
You know why? You know why they look like this?
Tight end. Yeah. Then you have Marquise Hollywood Brown. It doesn't matter if you have a stupid Hollywood in the middle of your name. He's not Tyreek Hill, who is a proven number 1 speedster wide receiver.
Yeah. You know why they don't look good?
Why?
Because someone can't throw them the ball.
No. That's
you saw the first drive of the game. It was all runs. One pass. Didn't even catch. He couldn't even give it to Mark Andrews. What about at the end of the half? 2 free plays. And Mark Andrews couldn't even reach the ball because it was so far.
Know who would call it? Kelsey.
Kelsey won hitting the ground.
Kelsey.
Nope. I don't believe that.
Bootlegs. He has bootlegs.
He can't run the bootleg. Lamar can't. No. Mark Andrews is a premier top 3 tight end.
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Who's better? Kittle? Kelsey. Who's better?
Kelsey, Ertz.
Ertz is obviously not.
Ertz is still number 2.
Obviously not.
Yes.
This man is not doing anything with Carson Wentz.
Because Carson Wentz can't give him the ball. That's Carson Wentz's fault.
Oh, so now Carson Wentz is a bad quarterback compared to Lamar. Now Lamar is a better quarterback than Carson Wentz throwing the ball.
Yes.
Throwing the ball.
Yes.
Let me just check these stats with Lamar Jackson with the staunch Chiefs defense. You know, the greatest defense. The 85 Bears is back.
They won the Super Bowl, didn't
they? The 85 Bears is back.
They won the Super Bowl, didn't they?
The 85 Bears are back, ladies and gentlemen. So what's a good passing yard game for a quarterback? A top 3 quarterback at that.
A top 3 quarterback?
Yeah. How many yards?
At least over 300.
Oh, yeah? 97 yards.
Bad game planning.
Harbaugh made the whole game plan for Lamar.
Bad game planning.
Dude, there's no argument to put Lamar in any top passing category. Nothing. He's greatest runner of the football. Personally, Mike Vick's the greatest combo, running and throwing, because Mike Vick had a cannon. He's not as good as Mike Vick. Lamar's not Mike Vick.
Strong word.
Mike Vick, if it wasn't for the horrible thing he did, he would be the greatest dual threat quarterback of all time.
I still think you're wrong. I still think... I'll give you that Mahomes is probably number 1. Right now? Wilson?
Wilson has the most...
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2.
So we're agreeing that Lamar is 3.
I'll agree that right now Lamar is 3. I still think Lamar is going to pass Mahomes at some point.
If you say so. I mean, he's...
Just like the great AFC quarterback rivalries that have been going on forever. You have Brady, you have Manning, who met each other so many times, and only in the last 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever it's been, 11 years, those are the AFC champions, and your quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, okay. Are we comparing Lamar to Peyton or Tom?
I think it's going to be something like that.
Oh, my God.
I think, hear me out, I think it's going to be those 2 teams with Lamar and Mahomes for the next 12 years that are going to be your representative for the AFC.
Lamar's not going to last 12 years. Lamar's going to last 10, if that. This man's going to get hurt.
You're just looking at Cam.
No, I'm looking at RG3 because it's a carbon copy just with better legs.
So why can't he be the one that doesn't get hurt?
Maybe he doesn't, but history's not Cam. Vic even got hurt in his older days. RG3, none of these dual wide quarterbacks, except for Russell Wilson, who's turned himself into a pocket passer until he has to run out the pocket, are lasting.
So why can't Lamar do that? Again, it's only his second year.
I'm willing to make a bet, and this is maybe the podcast won't even last 10 years.
Sure.
Lamar is not gonna. He's never gonna be a guy throwing over 250 yards averaging a year. He's not. He's gonna be the guy running 100 yards per game as a quarterback, but he's not gonna be throwing.
So he's going to have 1,000 yards each year with rushing attempts.
I'm gonna say 750 yards because there's gonna be games. There's gonna be games he's not gonna run, or maybe he won't play, or maybe he won't play because they're like 13-2 and they want to get him hurt. He's just the greatest. He's the greatest loser ever so far. We'll see. We'll see what happens when he meets the Chiefs this year. Now to our game of the week.
Our game of the week.
Our 0-3. I mean, excuse me, 3-0 Bears.
3-0. Put some respect on it.
Sorry.
Undefeated.
Sorry.
Respect.
Drop a drop from the Lions, a hurt Saquon, and a typical Dan Quinn Falcons blowout. How would you say a choke job?
Choke job? Listen, here's the thing. I think it's more on the Falcons than it is on the Bears. This is typical of the Falcons. Typical. They do this. So it's no surprise to me that we came back and won. The fashion in which we came back and won is what is surprising to me.
You know what the best thing was?
What?
We did it without Mitch, and we put Nick and our Allen Robinson look like a receiver again.
Yeah,
what a great day to be a Bears fan.
He caught that ball on the sideline for the third touchdown. Broke
First
out.
of all, Nick Foles should have 4 TDs and no interceptions right now.
Yeah,
for over 200 yards because that interception they called was bull jive.
It could have gone either way.
No, it has to be clear, conclusive. Even the guy they go to New York for, the senior NFL, he said, I don't know why they overturned it.
Right.
Because they didn't want Dan Quinn to lose his damn job. They were trying to save Dan Quinn.
So, me and my friend Joe, while we were watching this game, we were discussing it. And while we were discussing it, we went back and forth on should it be an interception, should it be a catch. The tie goes to the receiver. Mm-hmm. That's 1. 2, did he have complete control of the ball while going down?
Yes.
He did. He got flipped over onto his shoulder, which calls him down, and he had control of the ball.
But his shoulder wasn't the first thing down. It was his thigh.
I'm just saying there's 2 points to it. He got flipped over and got yanked of the ball. So
I just thank God Nick Foles is here. We should build a shrine in Nick Foles' honor. All hail the Foley Nick.
Did you see him come out with that visor on? First time he steps onto the field, he has a weird helmet and a visor on. What's going on?
He looks super badass. He's like, it's my shit now.
Right.
But then, once even though the interception wasn't his fault, he's like, okay, let's just go back to old glass nerdy Nick.
I'm about to look downfield. I got you just to be there.
Dude.
Which brings me to the final touchdown he threw to Anthony Miller. We were talking about this
twice.
We were talking about this before the game. Mm-hmm. This is just came out this morning on what was said in that huddle. Nick Foles came into the huddle, called the play. He looked at Anthony Miller and said, "Go to the L in the end zone. Find the L of Atlanta. Go there, and the ball will be there." He broke the huddle, and what happened? He said and did everything.
But the thing that's more mind-boggling, he ran the same exact play twice on 3rd and 4th down, and it was there both times.
He knows how to read a defense.
He knew it before they broke the huddle.
He knows how to shake people off, look at certain areas, and say, "Oh, that's been open all game. I got you."
This is why you get rid of Wentz and keep Nick Foles, but, I'm not Dougie P.
Listen, here's my next question to you.
Yes.
Is it too early for Foles to come in? Now I know your abrupt answer, but I want to say some things to you. I want to give you some facts. I want to try and sway you here.
Okay.
In Nick Foles' career, as a backup and starter, when he's been in before week 6,
yes, I've seen the stat.
He is horrendous.
But we also have to take account the year he's with what's his damn name? Kansas City coach Andy Reid.
Andy Reid?
27-0.
Yes. So it's all about.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't even Andy Reid. It was Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly? Way back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right. Yeah, it was right after Reid. It was Chip Kelly's off. If you could work with Chip Kelly and Nagy, you can do it. Nagy knows Foles.
So that's the thing.
And I think Nagy's going to do it. He wasn't in there was no one in Jacksonville that Foles knew. And Foles got hurt. Then Minshew came. And the LA Rams were the LA Rams with Fisher. So we need to pay our homage and respect to this Nick Foles. And we need to build a shrine. We need to do everything we can to keep this man. Chicago finally has a good quarterback. Please don't mess this up. Don't get hurt. That's all I'm asking.
So, what's your prediction now that you know Nick Foles is a starting
in
QB?
the beginning of the year, before our 3 miraculous wins, I had us going like 8-8.
Okay.
Let me check our schedule real quick.
We have Indy next, and then we have Tampa Bay.
I think, Tampa Bay's a loss.
We have 2 Green Bay games. We have a Saints game. We have a Rams game.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. Bears, Colts. They're in Chicago. I'm going Bears. Bears, Buccaneers. We're at No, they're here. But I'm still going Tampa. Bears, Panthers. Depending on McCaffrey, because that's about the timeline he's supposed to come back. Bears win. So that's 1-2. It's 2 wins to 1 loss. Bears, Rams, going Rams. McVay's going crazy.
Okay.
So we're going 2-2 so far. Bears, Saints, going Saints, 2-3. Bears, Titans. I don't know what hill I'm gonna get. We're at Tennessee. I'm gonna go Titans. We're 2-4 for these games going forward.
Yep.
Bears, Vikings, going Bears. We're at home. Vikings are not, unless they put it together somehow. I'm going Bears. Bears, Packers, going Packers.
Wow.
You have to. Devontae, we don't have a Devontae and we don't have an Aaron Rodgers. I love Nick Foles, but we don't have an Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Texans, Bears, going Bears. Lions, Bears. Oh, before the Texans, we got Lions, Bears, going Bears as well. Bears, Vikings again. I'm going to have to split it here. I'm going to go Vikings because I think at the end of the year, Kirk Cousins will have some type of push to try to make the playoffs. I don't think they're going to. Bears, Jags, going Bears against Minshew. Bears, Packers again. We're going to lose. We're at Lambeau that day.
So what does that put us at?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 7.
You think we're going to be a 9-7 team?
Yeah, we're probably going to be a wild card team, 9 and 7.
Wow, you are tragic as a Bears fan.
I'm realistic.
You are tragic as a Bears fan.
Excuse me.
We at least win 10. You gave the Vikings, out of all people, a win over us?
Yes.
We dominate Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. You never disrespect the Bears like that. You, sir, can get out of this studio when you say things like that.
Excuse you. So what happens if we don't get our double-digit wins? What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? I'm going to be a Bears fan.
No. We need to put another bet on this.
You want so many bets.
If I go 3-0 on you, I'm gonna ride it to the end of time.
I'm going to be upset because you went 3-0. That's great, but you killed the Bears.
I'm realistic.
You killed the Bears in the process.
I'm realistic. We're not a Super Bowl team. We're not anything. We need to get another wideout. We're gonna hopefully we keep Nick Foles because we don't have a first round pick. We need to keep Nick Foles. We need another wideout, and we need a good other quarterback. We need to draft one, get one in free agency, trade for one. However we got to do it. We have 2 second round picks this year. Go get someone.
You also realize that Tyreek Cohen's out with the torn ACL. We have to say that.
Or get a running back. We have no running back. David Montgomery had 13 carries for 30 yards.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Montgomery either.
You were sold on him last week.
Last week I was sold on him. He did some things, but
And Cohen is not a run. Cohen is a poor man's Hester. He's a great special teams guy.
Do you mean a poor man Darren Sproles? Hester, what the hell?
Sure, Sproles. He's just special teams. He's nothing special on offense, or he doesn't even play defense. Nothing special on either side of the ball except for special teams.
I don't think that we should have signed him either. If we should have signed him, it probably should have been for a lot less. Yes, he's a dynamic player right now, but like...
You signed a special teams. Cordell Patterson's doing his job better. Cordell Patterson took a kick return back 45 yards.
Yeah, that's fair. Flabbergasted.
Pace flabbergastes me. Trubisky, Cohen, what else? The only good thing he's done...
Doesn't sign Robinson. The only good thing
he's done is Khalil Mack.
Is that even a good thing?
Oh, that's great. Because without Khalil Mack Sunday... We're recording this on a Tuesday for anyone who's wondering. Without Khalil Mack, there's no pressure on Matt Ryan because Akeem Hicks is getting triple teamed.
Yeah.
So without
is.
Khalil Mack and Hicks are what's leading our rush right now. And Roquan Smith he's basically always on man or on
he's always on
or pass coverage. He's never really rushing, which he shouldn't because he's a great coverage linebacker.
Completely disagree. You
really?
Blitz Roquan whenever you could blitz Roquan.
But
that man gets home.
But Roquan is, if you're looking at tight ends and running backs, he's been able to keep, since he's not a big linebacker like Brian Urlacher was, he's a little smaller, he's a little faster. He's able to keep up with all of them, and they're not really killing us with, dink and ducks or any of that. So I like what they're doing with Roquan.
We'll see, Bears fans. We'll see this next game because the Colts are no joke. They're going to give us a test.
Oh, are you putting respect on Old Man Rivers?
No, I'm putting respect on their defense.
Okay.
Yeah. Our defense will hold Old Man Rivers in whatever stupid running attack they try.
Okay.
It's just a matter of if Foles is really the answer for us.
Oh, yes.
And if he's not going to choke it against Indianapolis.
He's not. And even if he loses, it depends on the way he loses. If he goes, 0 tubs and 4 interceptions, then you got a point. But if he goes 3-1 again with 300 yards and we lose 30-37.
Oh yeah, I'll put it on the defense.
Okay.
I'll put it on the defense. I'm not afraid to do that.
Okay.
But for right now, the quarterback question is still out. Will Nick Foles be the immaculate starter that we need him to be, or just the game manager that we need him to be, and rely on this defense again? Or are the Bears super in trouble and we need a whole nother quarterback? Again, we will see when this next Sunday rolls around.
We are now moving on to our last topic. Our last minute, 2 minutes, whatever you want to call this, our end points.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get real close to this mic.
Uh-oh.
Steve Bartman. Please do not show. Do not post a video. Don't tweet. Nothing. You can't be in the stands. So hopefully you can't fuck this up for us. We're facing the Marlins, Cubbies. Please don't choke this for me or I'm never going to hear from this fucking Sox fan.
Let's go, Cubbies. Oh, wait. He caught a foul ball, but it was in play. Oh, shit. Out.
Sure. What you got, guy?
White Sox. Let me give you some words of encouragement right now. We're not going to this postseason running hot like we were. We stumbled a little bit on our last couple games, all right?
Oh, yeah. Did you get shellacked by the Cubs 10-1?
We did. That's fine. Let me tell you something right now. Believe in yourself. You are a young, hungry team. You could smash the ball when you guys need to smash it. You guys have great pitching when you guys are cohesive together. Please, for the love of God, White Sox, show up. You're facing the A's, who can smash the ball, but have no pitching whatsoever. I expect you guys to absolutely knock it out of that park. I expect you to run it down their throats. Please.
If there's a Chi-Town World Series Classic,
yeah,
we got to do something. Loser has to do something.
If there's a Chi-Town World Series Classic, like, I know it's probably not going to happen, but if they ever allow fans, I will sell everything I have and buy us some tickets so that we could all go and do a podcast from the World Series.
I'm down. We could do a vlog or some shit like that.
Yep.
But if it happens, Cubs versus Sox,
yeah,
we need to put something on it. You and me.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going
Dave, are you a Sox fan, damn it?
Yeah.
We got 2 Sox fans in the house.
Oh, double or nothing with you guys now.
Okay, bet.
We'll figure it out.
We will.
We'll do. I don't think we're gonna do simple something like LeBron and Wade did, where they have to wear. LeBron had to wear the Cubs uniform to the game.
Rough.
I can imagine myself in like it had to be a Sox one, it would have to be like Konerko.
No, man, I'm going to give you...
Or Jordan. I'd wear a Jordan Sox thing.
No, I'm going to give you, like, Jake Peavy. That's what
I'm cool with Jake. I like Jake
you're cool
Peavy.
with Jake Peavy?
I like Jake Peavy.
Never mind. I'm going to get you a Brzezinski one.
I like AJ. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I like him as an announcer.
I'm going to get you the Brzezinski jersey, and we're going... All right, that's a fair bet. If it's ever the World Series with them...
Can you wear a Michael Barrett jersey?
Oh, shite. All right. Yep. For sure.
All right. Both of you got to wear Michael Barrett jerseys.
All right. That's fine. We have that down pat.
Let's hope the Cubs and Sox meet. No, I don't want the Sox to even make it, though. I don't want this to happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's our episode. Thank you for tuning in. Again, we will be coming out with something with NBA, every sport. We're going to try. MLB is now coming up to the postseason. Expect a lot MLB, more news for that. Thank you for listening. Ryan, to you.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share wherever you can. Get our message out there. We're a sports podcast. We're doing our best that we can right now.
One little last note. We are going to unfortunately stop working with SoundCloud. We're exclusively going to be on Facebook and YouTube. Please kill it on YouTube for us, guys. And on that note, thank you for coming. This has been Chris and Ryan. Thank you for getting balls deep with us.